Okay. Hello. We're back, I hope. Like I said, I don't know how long I can go. I'm trying to get the show in and get a little bit of talk going on before the power goes out. We haven't really had any big wind gusts. It's weird. It was right before I went live, we had something, and then I keep seeing flashes over my shoulder. And I don't know if it's like ball lightning because there's no thunder. It's strictly just a flash. So it could be like Transformers or something like that. But let me see what's going on here. Yeah. Okay, so hopefully someone will join back in here and we'll run this again. So hopefully, sorry about that. My power just flashed and then the internet went out and I lost the chat. So, here we go. All right, so I'll wait one more minute here and let's let everybody jump on in the show. I'm gonna go check in on Dinky while we're at it here. I had no idea he was live, but I just wanted to get up. Like I was saying, I am definitely getting power flashes right now. This is crazy. So hopefully we continue the show. Let me know if you're out there, and I'll keep going. Let me see what Dinky's up to today. It says I'm live, so I don't know if everybody can see me or not. But let's check it right out. Where are we? Yep, I got internet, so. Okay. We'll get in on Dicky's chat here. What do we got? Okay, Sarah Boone trial.
A healthy business starts with
alright. Stop it.
Leader, you need to know.
Okay, got a commercial. Welcome in, everybody, to the Purge. If you're wondering about the storm, I can keep you updated. I'm here in Clearwater, Florida. Please feel free to jump in the chat and say hello, make yourself known, or whatever. And I'll be happy to answer any questions for anybody that's out of the state or whatever, out of the area that has questions. Maybe your parents are here, your grandparents. And you can see live outside my window. There's one right there. And hopefully I'm still going. It looks like I am for now. It seems like with every minute it's getting worse. Excuse me. So this is okay. Looks like Dinky's checking on my weather, and I will run him live. I can't hear his thing though.
Oh my god! I found so many. I found a what do they call it? A storage container.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I also
found a storage container.
Yeah, I found a storage container and I also found a rail car that are abandoned.
Wow.
So I figure if I bury one of them.
How do you abandon a storage container?
Because there's areas like I found along this path, along the train tracks, where they dumped like, there's a couple of trucks, there's a couple of storage containers, there's a couple of rail cars.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you on that,
they just
Dinky.
dumped them off. I don't know.
Dinky, I'm sorry, Meanie.
Somebody else tried
I couldn't fuck with it,
but
it belonged to me.
Hopefully Dinky will see that I'm in his chat before long and say hello.
Yeah, but nobody knows where I'm talking about.
Him and Willie are locked up in conversation.
Yeah,
sorry about that, guys. My power flashes on and off, and then the internet has to reboot. So the wind has been kind of on and off. It's a little bit.
So every time I hear the train noise, I write down book here what time and what day that train is going this way.
I'm trying to get into this chat here. I'm trolling Dinky too now. I keep getting flashes in the background. I don't know if it's like ball lightning or whatever. I'm not trying to scare you. Like I said, thankfully I have power, but it's been flashing on and off, and the internet has to reboot, and then I'm seeing flashes in the background. I don't know. I was outside and it was doing it.
Kane.
There we go. There's Dinky.
But yeah, so I found like a more safer spot to shoot at. So
But
I've been shooting.
hey, Doodlebug Fart, what's up?
Bro,
Nice to see you.
I gotta go.
Where are you? Are you in Florida, Doodlebug Fart?
I gotta relax. It's addicting, dude.
Yeah, shooting is addictive.
Yeah, the winds have been north-south, I've been saying, and so it's not really affecting me, and it hasn't blown my trailer away, fortunately. So I've got, no, I suppose I got a SIM card that Eva gave me for a year of free phone, and I haven't
because it's a body cam.
I haven't plugged it in because I'm a procrastinator. And also because it has my neighbor's name attached to it, so I don't know if it's going to work. So that was even more of a reason to procrastinate with it.
But when I uploaded it,
I'm gonna
the quality
mute Dinky, and let's take a look at the warbler real quick while I'm still alive, and see where the storm's at. But it like for a minute there, like I said, if the wind right now was blowing east-west, I wouldn't have a chance of prayer. But fortunately, it's been north-south. And so when it goes east-west, it's literally like, I'm like the Wicked Witch, like ready to feel the house fly off. But so far, so good. And if you checked it out earlier, I was outside until it got about dark or whatever. So yeah, looks like it keeps jargling north and south and east and west. So I don't know. It looks like okay. So this is, if you can see my mouse, yeah. I'm here, guys. Okay, and this is that right there is 10 miles. Okay, and so let's say that's about 15 miles. And so over here is another 10, 25, and then 35. So I'm close to 40, 50 miles away from where the predicted landfall is right now. Now it keeps jogging a little bit south, so hopefully that continues. The eye wall is broken up, the storm's broken up. We had a lot of shear come down from that cold front. And, hey, what's up, Shaggy? Hopefully I didn't lose you. Every time this thing freezes, I think that it's locked up and I go off. And hopefully the power stays on. But anyway, so, yeah, I'm about 50 miles from where I think it's going to go and make the landfall. Now, like I said, the shear, we're on the rainy side of the storm. So that's why you see a lot of red and orange. And the winds have stayed steady, I would say, at about 50 miles per hour. And then this is, down here, Venice, Sarasota, the dirty side of the storm, the heavy wind that's going to wallop these guys. And I was watching, somebody had sent me a link, Bubbly Waters, with the cams. Let me see if I can find it now. Here it is. Of the storm surge was just coming in. I'll close myself for a second. But yeah, you can see the storm surge. And we had an extreme low tide today. So it was like a 10-foot low tide. Scott Metalhead, what's up, brother? Now, unfortunately, I think I'd have to check what the tide is, but it's probably gonna raise it plus 2, 3, 4 feet extra of the 10 to 12 foot predicted storm surge. So people like my sister who lives on the water and people on the beach, unfortunately, where all that garbage that you saw on JLR's chat the other day will unfortunately have a lot of missiles flying around and then a lot of water in their homes again, unfortunately. And they just had the garbage stacked up, and it's just a one-lane road down the beach, which is a barrier island. So there's a channel between the two. Hang on, let me get rid of this commercial here. So yeah, they sent about 100 dump trucks at the last minute to try to get rid of it all. And I don't know. I never saw exactly where I'm a little bit loud. Sorry. A little bit loud, but yeah, the echoes. I hope so. Like I said, I've been fortunate with the wind direction. If it comes from the east-west, it blows up the trail, and I feel like it would have flipped it over. And even my screened-in patio, knock on wood, has lasted and held in, and my roof and everything. So far so good. But now the storm is making landfall. So I wanted to make sure that everybody knew I was okay, and thank you so much for all your messages and your concern. I really appreciate it. So that is the live cams, and look at it, guys. It's harder to see now in the dark. Let me see if we blow it up a little bit, if we can see a little bit better. Yeah, you can probably hear the wind and the rain against the. I'm gonna open the door. So it's probably better for the pressure if there's a tornado or something like that. Anyway, yeah, it's getting real, for sure. Yeah, I have a screened-in patio there, so hopefully that'll remain okay for now, and we'll continue to broadcast as long as I can. And my camera keeps going out. Sorry, every time I move it. I have tape on it. I can't find more tape to hold it in place, so that might continue. I apologize. But I do have a little bit of a show, and I wanted to get some discussion in today with everything that's been going on. A couple of little things. I guess people are worried about whether Ann Taylor, I don't know if anybody figured out whether she is not going to represent him anymore with those court documents. Heather posted it, and I couldn't. I'm not good at reading documents, so I have no idea exactly what is going on with that. That would be odd, especially after they got the money for her to privately represent him. I don't know. It would be strange. Yeah, I have the Warbler link. Oh, this isn't even playing. This is just frozen here. That's why. Okay. So there it is. Okay, that's a little bit better now. Yeah, from time to time, I got the door open now so you can hear the wind like I do. Which I don't mind being. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit live. Turn your volume down. Sorry. But you can hear some whistling going. When you hear the whistling, then you know what's going on. What are those? Look at those things. What are those little lights floating around? Something flew through there. But there are a lot of people in my community, like I said, with no power. So I'm very fortunate that I'm able to broadcast for you guys. Yeah, I have the Warbler open, actually, as a matter of fact. Thank you. Check this out. And so, yeah, it's making landfall now. And let me move myself here. So, it's... and so, yeah, I was saying this is about 50 miles. God, it scares me every time I see it flash like that. I'm here in the middle of this area here, this flaccid penis, I call it, Pinellas County. So, looks like landfall right now, guys. Breaking news. I am in a category, whatever, hurricane. Does anybody know what the category is? I think Meanie's push, and everybody helping me push, that helped guide it down as they were tracking it to hit Tampa Bay. And I got all my music equipment in from the patio, and everything is in my... If you watched my live earlier, I did a tour of my house and showed you all my music equipment, and we're looking out the window at the... There was pretty good wind at that time, and it's about double now, and I'm glad I'm not out in it. And you might see some flashes over my shoulder, and I'm not going to keep repeating the same stuff here. Let's get into the show. Let me close this out. So, yeah, landfall now, right now, guys, and it looks like Sarasota. Okay, so that is Sarasota. It takes me, when I lived in Clearwater, to go surf down there in Bradenton, it's about an hour and a half drive. And you go over the bridge. There's a bridge between this flaccid penis and Bradenton, and it's called the Skyway. And that's, I think, a 5 or 10 mile, I think it's about a 10-mile bridge, actually. So, yeah, I would say it's making landfall now. And you see all, don't worry, because this is the rain side of the storm. The lighter winds, heavier rain. So we are getting a lot of rain. I'm at high elevation. The streets are a little bit flooded. My backyard's got some, but I'm up about 3 foot, a foot, a good foot and a half. What up, Heather, my girl? Yeah, so we're getting heavy rain It is going to have, as you see with the cams here, they are going to have a lot of storm surge coming up probably, as what was the eye rolls in. I don't know if this is playing. There you go. It hasn't, like the last one. I was watching some of the videos, and the ocean was literally up in the road. So right now they've been good. Like I was saying, my sister lives in the water, and they took a lot of damage. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time for the residents, because that would really just be overwhelming for the poor people. Because a lot of people that live down there on the beach spent their life savings and did their retirement there, and that's all they have. So let's take a look at what I have for you tonight, and I'm going to mute myself real quick.
For almost 20 years, police in Spartanburg County, South Carolina, have conducted an annual search and seizure blitz that treats innocent drivers like criminals and cash like contraband. Under Operation Rolling Thunder, any traffic violation can lead to a roadside interrogation and a warrantless search. Police stop drivers for minor things like following too closely or drifting over the white line. But the goal is not safer streets. It's to pull over and search as many vehicles as possible. And when the police find cash, they seize it, whether there's evidence of wrongdoing or not. Participating agencies expect drivers to be perfect, but give themselves a pass on complying with the Freedom of Information Act. For 21 months, the town refused to hand over their public records. It turns out they hadn't kept any on the innocent people they pulled over. Innocent travelers do not shed their Fourth Amendment rights when they drive through town, and police are meant to serve and protect, not ticket and collect. For almost 20 years, police in Spartanburg County, South Carolina, have conducted an annual search.
So that's pretty scary. There's no report taken, right? And they take all this money. Now, I think that Lala could vet for us. I drove to Gastonia one time, and I got pulled over right before I crossed the border from South Carolina to North Carolina, and I got a ticket for, like, I think I was going 11 over, which is ridiculous. The wind's picked up, by the way, if you haven't noticed. But after I got it, I was speaking to some people that live there, and I love that town, Gastonia, North Carolina. It is beautiful, and I called it Clearwater with topography, with mountains. And that somebody told me at the hotel we stayed at, I forgot which one it was. It was like Quinta or something like that. And we were there for about 3 days. And somebody told me that in South Carolina, there's not a lot of, I guess they have a lot of resources, but there's not a lot of commerce for some reason. Not a lot of employment, whatever, and a large part of their income comes from ticketing people from out of state. And they were doing, it seemed like, no Scientology there, right? You probably got plenty of Scientologists, may not know about it. But yeah, they were pulling everybody over, and thankfully they didn't. I felt like I was going to get arrested. You know, they just wanted to give me a ticket and sent me on my way. And somebody's like, yeah, they do that there. They pull everybody over. And I'm like, for 11 and 9 miles an hour over? So I had to pay that and send it in. But anyway, I got that got taken care of. So, that is going on wrong. That's been something that needs to be addressed as far as the, just taking your cash. And I know a lot of people have lost a lot of money. And just because you have cash doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. There's no law against having cash. So for them to be able to just be able to warrantlessly search your car, search your car. Is this still going? Does the chat stop? Hello. Let me see. Yeah, it's go. I think it. I want to say we took 75 up. Just 75 goes through there, right? I'm sure it is, and that's why I was like, oh wow, were going to get searched or whatever, but they didn't. I'm sure they have a certain thing they're looking for, and I know it's the same thing driving across the I-10, especially around through Kansas and Oklahoma and New Mexico's. I hate New Mexico. I hate it. I hate New Mexico. Anyway, so 85 and are you talking about the winds right now, or the freeway, Lala? Anyway, so let me play the next one here.
What's your name?
For what?
I'm just contacting you. I just have to. So
You have
there's
to.
So there's a law that just came out
Okay.
to where anybody I contact, even if it's consensual, I have to get your demographics that I can
Really?
say that I contacted you. Yes.
No. That's not the law.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
With Senate Bill 217.
No, this is not a stop and ID state.
Okay, so I have to say that I did contact you.
Okay. Good. You say that.
Okay. And also, when I run the plate,
Okay.
it's coming back with a warrant hit.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure that you're not the person. And
Nope, I'm not the person.
So can I get your name?
No.
And why not?
Well, this is first you said that you have to ID me. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
This is not a stop and ID state.
Says who?
What do you mean says who? It's a law. It's a law,
So
sir.
the law states now that anybody I contact,
Okay.
I just check in the parking lots, man. Make sure you guys are doing okay.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah.
Okay, man. What's your name?
For what?
I'm just contacting you. I just have to. So
So he's just sitting in the parking lot, and he comes up to him and asks for his ID. So I don't know what you guys feel about that. And I like this guy. I like the guy that goes in and films places that he's not supposed to also. And I've been there. I actually was doing a surf movie, and I accidentally turned the camera because I didn't know, to the military base there in Melbourne, and it triggered the MP to come over and make me delete the footage. I have no problem doing that. I wasn't even thinking about how the implications and that, and so it was after 9/11, I think, too. So that was not a problem with what the guy films. They really, I don't know. He's a little belligerent, but also the people can be very bullyish in ridiculous situations. But I'm not going to go film around a jail or in a courthouse in places that are government offices where they don't want you, you know. So anyway, that and the taking of the money without giving it back is just that's pure highway robbery, you know. I'm sorry, my camera just keeps wandering off here. I'm going to try to readjust it and have to reinstall it. Sorry. And so, there goes a flash again. You guys missed it. Of course, right when I lose the camera, you get the flash behind me. But anyway, I'll have it up in just a sec. Hopefully we won't get any more, but it's definitely live right now. This is going to be as heavy as we get. I'm not gonna say there's anything out there over 85 yet. I've seen worse, but I don't want worse. So, it was funny because they knew I wasn't a terrorist. And I don't even know how they saw that. I literally turned the camera and there was a guard post there, and I just wanted to have it as B-roll for my surf movie. And I didn't even think about, you can't film a military base. And I don't know how they even saw it, that I was doing it, unless they must have some super telephoto lens, because it was like close to half a mile or more away, the guard gate. And they were there within a minute of me. I turned, filmed it, and then back. But they did send over a public relations shark. They had a guy and one of the soldiers, this lady, come over to kind of lighten the situation because they knew I wasn't. And I had no problem deleting. I didn't give them any trouble or anything. and it was just back to business as usual. They were really cool about it. So, you know, they're just doing their job, and it's good that our military is on point like that, I think. But in this case, in this one, he says, "Oh, there's a new law," and so I guess it was like the 1960s, and I think I have a little video on it coming up here. Hey, Mark and Betty again, how you doing? I'm back inside and dry now. They passed the Miranda law where they have to read you your Miranda rights, and ever since they did that, the police have found ways to make people or trick people or coerce people into talking to them, despite the fact that they just said anything you say will be used against you. I think it's coming up. But this is another thing that they do to violate your Fourth Amendment, and just walking up and saying, "I need your ID," when you haven't committed a crime, is ridiculous. And so, you know, if he did have a warrant attached to his license, he should have handed his license and taken care of it. No, that's not me. Don't be, you know. And I mean, he's pushing the boundaries. But you know, it does show you the different ways that they keep changing to try and they can just lie to you. They're allowed to lie to you, you know. So thank you, Morgan Betty. All right, I was watching the Crocodile Dundee where the guy was like, some punk talking to Paul Logan or whatever, and the punk guy in the pool hall says, "What do you think the chances are you're going to walk out of here with that crocodile jacket?" And Crocodile Dundee pulls his knife out and throws it, and it goes like into the guy's mohawk. And he's like, "I think pretty good." I love fucking him. You know that the Outback Steakhouse started here in Clearwater? And it's owned by the same people, or it was, that started Hooters restaurant. What's another one they own? And now they have a drive-through. Is it Outback Steakhouse? I believe so. They have a drive-through one, so you can just pick up your steak to go or your bloomin' onion or whatever. But it's the Clearwater 6. That's an incredible story about those guys, the restaurateurs starting the Hooters, and the another boring Kane story. Okay, so play the next one.
And bring them out the back door, so they simply waited for them to come out. The police received a tip that some thieves are going to steal items from a store and bring them out the back door, so they simply waited for them to come out. The police
that is a really good job to go at Outback and Chili's too. It's one of the better jobs. Not Chili's. Yeah, Chili's. It's Chili's. Yeah, and I got a Chili's right across the street here. I worked at not Chili's. Is it Chili's? Yeah, and the people at the Outback in the to-go do really well, and they do a great job. They're really nice, but they do well, and Applebee's too. But as a waiter, that's a problem because it's a scam. What they do is they hire new people all the time, and it's a very transitional job because what they do is they have people that have worked there 20 years, and they have a very brief, busy hit. And so what they do is they'll give you a small section when you start, even if you've been waiting tables for a long time, and they will cut you as soon as volume, they call it, is over, as soon as the busy time is over. And then you do all the side work, and before your shift, you roll all the silverware, and then you roll all the silverware again, and you do all the side work, while the people that have been there for 20 years continue to take whatever is after volume. So their four-table station is always busy, and they walk with $200-300, And you're lucky I just lost. That was loud. I don't know what that was. I hope that wasn't my roof. Let me go look. I hope that wasn't my car. Fuck. Woo! I can't believe I still have power. The street light went out, so the power cable to that's amazing. The power cable to the street lamp right in front of my house just went down, and the street light is out, and it's dark everywhere. Across the street, you can see there's still a street lamp on, but that was loud. I think the wire hit the water, and it just popped. I can't believe I still have power. Wow.
Man, we got big trouble from Little China.
Ah, darn it. Now I got a copyright strike. Shit. Why did that play? Oh, well. Sorry. Anyway, so got power still going. Am I still alive? Yeah. That was loud. My car looks like it's okay. I just kind of peeked my head out the door. I'll check in a minute. Darn it. I can't believe I did that. What was this?
The police
Okay, that was I don't know what that noise. I don't want to walk outside because it's kind of flooded up almost halfway up to my screen door. Are you guys still there? I thought I saw the chat moving a second ago. Okay, good. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely getting in right now. Alright, cool. So if you guys want, I'll check the warbler in a second. Woo! And fortunately it's still north-south wind, you guys. And I'm getting so here we go, hold on. I got all the volumes down because I was trying to avoid the copyright strike. I do have a flashlight right next to me, so I'm ready. It's definitely going to go out soon, I'm sure of that. Thank you guys for being concerned, I appreciate it. I don't know why it's playing here. Okay. Come on. There you are, okay. Alright, that was something
parents,
crazy.
God bless them, I love them. They tried, but they didn't know. The first 4 Christmases I could speak, I asked for 100 red balloons. And every Christmas, they would buy me 100 red balloons instead of testing me for autism. I'm giving you a color and a number. What are you doing? They would buy me these toys that like a regular boy would like G.I. Joes and Wolverine. And every toy I get, I would take and I would put it in a cup. And then I would fill it up with water, put it in the freezer, and then take it out, and then just look at the toy in ice. I'd be like, Mom, look, it's in ice. And my dad would be like, honey, he's going to be okay. Dad, Wolverine's